All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that's, well, it's at the very heart of the entire world of business, but sometimes it can feel a little intimidating. We are talking about accounting.
But first, let me ask you this. How does a massive global company, or for that matter, your favorite neighborhood coffee shop, how do they talk? How do they tell people what's going on, whether they're winning or losing, or if they're even healthy?
Think about it like this. Every profession has its own lingo, right? A doctor uses very specific medical terms to figure out what's wrong with the patient. So, what's the language for a business? What do they use?
And yep, there it is. Their language is accounting. It's the universal system that lets any business, big or small, anywhere in the world, tell a clear story about what it's doing and how well it's doing it.
So here's our roadmap. We're going to look at what this language is, how to define it, who's actually using it, what its most important rule is, and then wrap up with why this all matters so much.
All right, first up, let's really dig into this idea of accounting as the language of business, this universal way to communicate.
Okay, so here's the official textbook definition. Accounting is a process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information. But honestly, the most important part is that last bit. It's all done so that people can make informed judgments and decisions. See, it's not just about numbers, it's about making smart choices. And we can boil that whole definition down to three really simple steps. First, you identify what happened, the important economic events. Second, you measure it, almost always in money. And third, you communicate it to the people who need to know. Identify, measure, communicate. That's the entire game right there. So now that we've got the basic process down, let's move on and get a bit deeper into what this language actually looks like when it's being used. But that brings up a pretty big question, doesn't it? If accounting is this language for sending out information, well, who's the audience? Who are we even talking to? And that question is the perfect lead-in to our next part. Who's actually using all this information? Let's meet the listeners and speakers of the business world. You can basically split everyone into two big camps. First, you have your internal users. These are the people inside the company calling the shots, the managers, the owners, the employees. Then you've got the external users, investors, banks, the government. These are the folks on the outside looking in, who have some skin in the game. And here is the absolute key difference. It's so simple, but so powerful. Internal users make decisions for the company. Things like, should we open a new store? External users, on the other hand, make decisions about the company, like, should I invest my money in this business? Or should my bank give them a loan? Now, for any language to actually work, it's got to have rules, right? So let's talk about the single most important rule in all of accounting. Everything has to be measured in money. This quote just hits the nail on the head. At its core, the rule is simple. If you can't put a price tag on it, whether that's in dollars or rupees or whatever, it doesn't go into the official books, period. And this is where it gets really interesting. Accounting has no problem recording that you sold something for 10,000 rupees or that you paid the electricity bill. But what about hiring an absolutely brilliant manager who's going to change the whole company? Or the fact that your team's morale is through the roof? Nope. As valuable as those things are, accounting can't record them. So you might be asking, why? Why be so strict? Well, it all comes down to two words: objective and comparable. By only sticking to things you can measure in cold, hard cash, you create a system that's reliable, that everyone trusts, and that you can use to compare company A directly to company B. Okay, so this brings us to the big finale, the so what? Why does any of this really matter? This is where understanding this stuff starts to feel like a real superpower. I mean, look, when you can speak the language of business, you can make way better decisions. You can actually measure how well a company is doing. You have a much better shot at getting a bank loan or finding investors. Of course, it helps you follow the law, but most of all, it lets you look at any business and truly understand its financial health. And if you're still not convinced, let me leave you with this. The data is clear. The number one reason businesses make it or break it isn't their amazing product or their clever marketing, it's how they manage their money. Understanding the numbers is, well, it's everything. So at the end of the day, just remember this. Accounting isn't about sitting in a back room crunching numbers. It is the living, breathing language that powers decisions, fuels growth, and ultimately decides who wins and who loses.